Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over the past week's happenings in the world of monster taming. This week we actually got some interesting news despite it being quiet overall. This includes a 6-minute Japan-only Legends Arceus gameplay overview trailer, the confirmation of Monster Crown content updates coming in 2022, which basically means we got another Mon game essentially rolling out free DLC updates, and we also have a new open-world monster taming title for Android and iOS to discuss, which looks really interesting to say the very least. There is, of course, more updates across the board as well, so make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Alright, so to start things off this week, we got a brand new open world monster taming game for Android and iOS that's made its reveal in the Chinese media recently, dubbed Roco Kingdom, and special thanks to my buddy Esquito for bringing this to my attention. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of information about this game, and most of my searches for a Western release have been unfruitful in that I can't find any confirmation nor denial that this could be a thing. That said, the game does look pretty cool and is, I'm assuming, a turn-based RPG mixed with this really beautiful open world. It looks good. There is, however, one thing that I will say that I don't like about this trailer, and these are the blue capture devices in which the characters hold the monsters in. They look like blue Pokeballs with stars in the middle, and I think this, while perhaps not technically an infraction of copyright law, kind of paints the monster taming genre in a negative light, giving detractors ammunition for their Pokemon clone, Pokemon knockoff, or Pokemon ripoff rhetoric. I will say, other than that, though, the game does look pretty good, and I'm looking forward to seeing more information. But given that it is a mobile-only title as of right now, I'm also concerned with how monetization will be implemented, so ultimately, we'll just have to see where things go. And of course, if you're not, definitely subscribe to the channel because I will keep you guys updated on this with our Monster Tamer news segment. Next up, the Monster Crown dev put out an interesting statement regarding 2022 that I think is quite significant if you're looking for another monster taming game that's going to keep adding content post-launch. The statement goes as follows. Dear Monster Crown fans, we're not slowing down anytime soon. In 2022, Monster Crown will continue to improve and receive significant content updates tailor-made to please both monster veterans and new tamers alike based on the requests you've sent me all across the platforms. Thank you so much for your support in 2021. In 2022, I also look eagerly forward to bringing Xbox One and PS4 players to our world, as well as sharing several new exciting announcements. Thank you very much, Jason Walsh. So in other words, we can expect more content packs which may come with new features, creatures, areas, etc., meaning that we're essentially getting free Monster Crown DLC all year, which is definitely going to be quite nice. Speaking of 2022 announcements, the Patchquest Dev also announced that the game's 1.0 version launch is planned for this year, and that the next update should be a few months away, that being the C update. Liam also noted that there are indeed plans for post-launch content as well, and that they're looking for a publisher to potentially get the game ported. Ported to what exactly? I'm not quite sure, but I'd say, Liam, if you're watching, the Switch seems to be the most popular monster taming console, but I also see a lot of Xbox and PS4 players that are really hungry for new monster taming games as well. Anyways, other than that, more continued polish for this game is also coming, which, I mean, let's be real, if you've played Patchquest, it's already hella polished, but the more the merrier, I suppose. If you do want to see a full comprehensive list of all the major updates and releases coming this year, make sure to check out this video, which will be linked below, which does just that. We've also got a lot of Rune Factory 5 news this week, courtesy of our friend Mirfox over in the Discord, and firstly, we get confirmation of a brand new typing in the form of the love type, which will of course come with its own weapons, monsters, and spells. Then we get this new jellyfish boss creature and the stat screen. We also get 2 more boss monsters whom are being mounted, so that's a thing, along with a new chameleon boss and a few subspecies and some new monsters whom I'll allow to display on screen now. The Monster Festival, which is like a tournament in the game that takes place in the city, also changed to a match where you can use up to 3 monsters as opposed to 1-on-1 like previous titles. Again, special thanks to Mirfox for bringing this to my attention. I look forward to giving this game a whirl in March, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that too. Okay, so we got a 6-minute Pokemon Legends Arceus trailer that, as of the time of recording this video, has not been translated into English, which is kind of odd given that it's been out for over a day. But either way, using the really crappy auto translation feature on YouTube, I was able to deduce that the trailer essentially is giving you an introduction to the town in which you're living, and the idea that people don't actually know a whole lot about Pokemon and therefore are ignorant and therefore are scared of them, and the people in the village are no exception. It's your job to bridge this sort of divide and mend the gap between humans and Pokemon and figure out why there's those Pokemon that are going nuts. The trailer itself gives explanations on some of the game's systems and showcases party screens and stuff like that as well, but nothing too crazy. My favorite is the fact that it shows how aggressive some of the Pokemon can get, like Snorlax here ain't having none of your shit right now. But yeah, if you do want to see the whole 6-minute trailer, I will leave it linked below, so definitely feel free to check it out. Alright, so we're going to switch gears now to the rapid fire segment of today's video, which covers the updates that do not require a lengthy explanation, but instead a quick showcase. Firstly, we got a new Sky Climbers clip showcasing the custom mode switcher, which allows you to change between your weapons, your sentient gauntlet, city management, and base building. We got a new Zokai called Camposi, which consists of several variants. Here we see the addition of Bolian Maguire in Drugimon, a new Celestial spell for Final Stardust, some new dialogue boxes for Buddymon, a look at a new battle screen for new monsters, an intro cutscene for PvP battles in Familiars IO, some new screenshots for Guild of Dragons, a new dev clip for Mythcaller, a new animation for the aerial chop attack in Gremlin's Tail. Here we get a type list for Cubers and confirmation that there will be different temperaments for the Cubers in the wild, which is kind of interesting. The Chain Monsters devs confirmed we're getting a 2022 roadmap next Friday. The Untamed Isles bug catching pre-beta test is taking place on January 11th at 4 p.m. Eastern, then again at 10 p.m. Eastern for Kickstarter backers that are eligible. The pre-Kickstarter page for Kitory Academy is up. This is sort of like a Mon-like game where you can farm and use little monsters that you create with your spells to do day-to-day activities for you while you learn witchcraft in this school. I'll leave their Kickstarter link in the description below. Definitely not like a typical monster taming game, but it does have some of those elements, so feel free to check it out. And finally, last but not least, the latest Mithra newsletter is live and is a short outline of the progress being made. Basically, character models are being tweaked, battle systems being worked on, and sliding sounds are being implemented. And there you go, guys. Another relatively quiet yet also interesting week, especially regarding the confirmation of post-launch support for Monster Crown and Patchquest and that new game Roco Kingdom, which is definitely intriguing. And while I need to see more before I'm fully convinced, I will say I'm interested. Now, like I said earlier, if you do want to stay up to date in the genre, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. I put out new monster taming videos every single day. You could also follow me on Twitter and check out my Discord linked below. And I just want to say special thanks to my patrons, especially our mythical tier backers, Jim Hamilton and StealCase. See you guys next time. Peace.